That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll run with Boone here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlie. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Go. Go. Gun.
Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. A very solid gain of 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Let's go, baby. Kill. Stay at home. Stay at home. 41's coming. 41's
out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
47's the mic, boys. Leave it. Ring up, 48. 47. I'm Chopper. I'm coming after you. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's get the ball. Hey, can. Slam. Black. Gun. 47, Mike. 47. Watch the flood.
Following reception. Cousins. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Wide. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, echo. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Gun. Check. 47.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Hey, Steamer. 47's the mic. We're going.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll start with a give here to Blanche. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, they're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. But it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They
Record! Hey,
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here we go on 4th. Watson buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Let's get that ball. Here we go.
Again, they're going to go with Boone. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
First. It's a gain of 2. 53.
Now Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson steps away to his... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, no, easy.
Mike, 53. 53.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that. Ringo 48. I smell fear in that offense.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check 52. Hey, can. Gun.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Give me that 300. Give me that ball.
On the carry, it's Boone. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
47. 19. Check 41. 24. Watch the run.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Watson, he'll buy some time right. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll come out in the pistol. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
47.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, Watson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. To throw again on second down. Watson, he's got his man. This is Tate. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They will run with Grant. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.